Hello, Dustin. How are you?
Hello, Cindy. How are you this fine Friday evening?
I'm good. Had a busy day, but I'm good. And you have a new
Yeah,
member,
yeah, I
Dark
do.
Carnivore.
Yeah, he became a member
Yes.
on Tuesday. I don't know why it didn't go away,
It's still,
but I
it came
appreciate
popped
Mr.
up on
Carnivore.
here. So, anyhow, today I went and got an RSV vaccine, a pneumonia vaccine, and a flu shot.
Wow,
Yeah, it's all done. All of it's done. They were
that
like, "How
sounds
many shots? Which arm do you want two shots in?" I'm like, um, my left one, because I'm right-handed.
yeah.
So then I said, "All right, then we'll put the RSV in the right arm." And I'm like, "No, no," because I heard that one packs a powerful punch. So we
Indeed.
switched. So we switched. RSV is in my left, the other two are in my right, and everything's good. So I feel good. And I had to clean my house. We have a company coming tomorrow. Got my laundry done. I am all done.
Well, aren't you
Yeah.
just a go-getter?
Yeah. Something like that. Hi, Joe.
Joe.
So the plans are I'm going to put this link in the chat and whoa, let's see if he's ready. Are we ready?
Well, only half of them showed up.
I'm having a hard time.
Oh, no. That's because you're out of practice. Hello, Jennifer.
I can't hear you.
Jennifer Lucas is here. I'm going to sing everybody's name that comes in unless you tell me to stop,
You're going to sing everybody's name. Okay.
or you'll kick me out. One of the two. Yeah.
Just start talking when you're ready, James. He can't hear us.
Well, anyway, I will go ahead. So we've had an interesting week. The girl, the toddler aforementioned the girl. Well, anyway, I will go ahead. So we've had an interesting week. The girl,
Wow,
the
there's an
toddler
echo.
aforementioned the girl. Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. Had
Wow,
the
there's an
toddler
echo.
aforementioned the girl. I don't think it's coming from me. I think it's coming from James.
It must be.
Lynn,
So
22 Q
anyhow,
Cat is
yeah,
here.
it's like double trouble with Dustin and James. James will be back. He's having technical issues. John Jacob
John
Jingleheimer
Jacob
Schmidt.
Jingleheimer Schmidt. That's not my name, too. Um, but anyway, the girl came down with strep throat.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah. So she's been all mopey and like clingy and all that stuff.
This is my
Malia
daughter-in-law.
Unthank.
It's my daughter-in-law.
So that's like my sister then.
Yeah, I got a lot of that.
Uh,
So you acted a little surprised when I commented on your live because I missed it with Chandra about my CAC scores.
yeah, I didn't. So when we were doing our live, we just did a quick Google search and it said like upwards of upward 1,000, but it didn't say it could go into the 5,000-6,000 range.
Crazy,
I think it can go higher, maybe, but that just
probably.
kind of leads me to believe that like if you have like a 10 or 100, it's probably not something to be overly concerned about, provided it doesn't continue to climb.
Correct. I would think so too. I would hope so. But I mean, I am really at a dangerous level, obviously.
Right.
But when I got my first one done in 2022, I freaked out. And I caught Dr. Ovadia on a live with Dr. Barry and asked him a question, paid to ask a question so I could get it answered. And I told him about the numbers, and he said, if this was your first one, use it as a baseline and repeat it in a year. He didn't seem concerned, and I'm like, he's a heart surgeon, you know. It's like, okay, so it made me calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I had repeated it the next year. And when it came back even higher, again, I caught Dr. Ovadia on a live, but this time with Sean from Intentional Carnivore. And I asked a question again. And he's like, most people as they age, their CAC score will go up 20%. And mine only went up 10%. So I'm like, I guess I can take that okay. But when it came back over 6,000, I seriously freaked out. Let's see if he's ready. James is back. Are we good now?
We are good.
Yay! Yay! And James is here. How are
Welcome,
you?
sir.
I got everything hooked up, and my computer did an update, which basically reset all the settings.
Yeah, it's out of practice, dude.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, the computer did do an update, so
Yeah. I made sure I restarted mine before I came on here. I'm like, I don't want any issues. So we're just talking about. Go
I'm
ahead.
not zoomed in because Emily said that she thinks she's going to be here, so I'm hoping that she can come here and sit down.
Yes, that would be nice. And I'm also, once this chat gets going, I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if anybody wants to jump in, they can do that. We talked about that at the restaurant. We were talking about this.
Yes.
As anyone that's here knows, Sana and I usually go live on Friday nights. She had prior engagements. It's her younger son's birthday, and they went away for the weekend. So we rescheduled our Friday night live to this past Monday with Lana, and that is an amazing woman. If you guys didn't see that, go back and watch it because she is amazing. Anyway, so I was talking to Dustin and James about this when we all met up for lunch, and Dustin said, "You want me to fill in?" I said, "Why don't we just do one, and we'll get James on here, and we'll just all have fun and keep it light, whatever." So, James, before you came back in, Dustin and I were talking. Dustin and Chandra on their live Tuesday, they were talking about CAC scores. And I did catch the live because I bowl on Tuesday nights. So when I watched the replay, I made a comment about my CAC scores being in the thousands. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy.
I about fell over when I read the comment. I'm like, well, because like on the live, we just kind of looked at Google because we weren't sure. I knew it was somewhere like upwards of like 100. I thought it was 1,000 because I know like early on when I first heard about the CAC scores, Butter Bob had got one and it was like it came back like a 17 or something like that, and he's like freaking out. And now I think about like if it can go as high as what she's saying, that 17 isn't nothing to worry about, really. But Jennifer Lucas has a great story on that as well. Like if you can
Right.
take a look at her comment there.
Yeah. Keto didn't affect my CAC. Carnivore, on the other hand, brought it down. And that's great because they were saying, there's rare cases when it can come down, but typically overall it does not. So that's amazing, Jennifer. Congratulations. Hello, Brenda. So yeah, like I was saying, when I got mine back after the second one, it was even higher. I mean, I don't know, James, my first one was 5,552.
Really?
My second one came back at 6127. And, I am probably about the strictest person with keto and whatever. And I'm mostly meat, but I like the Chalk Zero and I like the Keto Chow because those are never going to go away. So, I just, after stressing out about it and crying about it for weeks after both results, a year apart, I said, I'm just driving myself crazy. I just got to live the best life I can, and that's it. But knowing I'm in the 95th percentile to have a heart attack. at any time, you know? So it's like, it is what it is at this point, you know? The numerous years of high blood pressure and being on blood pressure medication is what did it.
Probably.
I'm concerned because I never smoked. I don't drink. I don't know what else it could be other than that. And that does a number on your body. It does a number on your heart. But an interesting thing, I'm going to say this and then we'll go on to something else. Tar, come on. But when I had asked Dr. Ovadia a question, he was on with Sean from Intentional Carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else had commented to him about ketones. And everybody talks about how your brain needs ketones for functionality, basically. He said, what they don't tell you is that your heart needs ketones also. And I'm like, now that's interesting. And that's never, ever discussed. And I'm like, just saying minutes ago, he gets carnivores telling him theirs went down. Wait, 432. Wow. If you're in a 94th percentile of a heart attack and 400 range, good Lord.
I wonder if different doctors or different testers utilize a different number set.
Could be. I think I would, with Dr. Ovadia being a heart surgeon, I think I have to kind of trust him. Not that I don't trust Dr. Barry and what he says. That's his area of expertise.
Do they go in when someone has a heart attack and check their scores?
You know, I wish they would.
I mean, I'm just curious if they do.
I don't think they do CACs
I think
unless
they will
you
do a
request
cholesterol
it.
check.
I just had blood work done, right? My doctor's office, which is new for me. They called me with my totals. And they said, oh, your total cholesterol is over 240. I said, so? Well, your LDL is high. I said, so? Hey, Emily.
Just walked in.
All right. So I said, well, what's my HDL and my triglycerides? Because those are the ones I'm concerned about. I don't care about the others. And they were fine. I'm like, all right, we're good. Send me the results. And that was that.
I just ain't going to get any of them scores checked.
You should.
I don't know why. If I do, look what happened to you. You got it, and then you worried about it, and it probably went up.
I freaked the hell out. That's what happened to me. Emily.
Hi.
Everybody misses you guys so much. It's like I see it in your chat on your Facebook page. Are they okay? What's going on with you two? What's up?
All right.
Well, work. I just got in. They keep changing me around.
That's all fun.
For two, I ended up joining the choir with James and Noah.
Nice.
At our church. And
you gonna sing for us?
No, they won't give me a microphone. Trust me, they will not give me a microphone. So I don't know. It's just been, I feel like I'm constantly running late to things.
We're busy, like for real. I mean, we're not like too busy, but I will say that a couple weeks ago we started. Okay, so the day after we met, then we all went to dinner, and then the very next day we started a 3-day absolute fast.
Yep.
Right.
Which was followed. Yeah. Miserable.
Okay. Good as far as the food fast. Miserable as far as the no caffeine.
It was, I had always said I'd never fasted other than, OMAD was fasting to me.
Yeah.
Once we started church and stuff like that, I started doing 24-hour fast, which that was rough for me. And then this was my first fast that was longer than I went up to 40 hours. So when I say that at hour 66, I was probably starting to hallucinate, for real. the purpose of fasting is to spend more time in prayer. But like I was telling her, I was like, every time I go to pray, I'm like hallucinating. Like I feel like I'm starting to defeat the purpose. But then, all right, so this is where it gets interesting. As a keto channel,
Right.
then the church continued, and we had said that we wasn't going to do the Daniel fast, which is basically a vegan fast for
Yeah, pretty
21,
much.
21 days.
Right.
So, which is why we haven't made videos since then, is because
we are in the middle of it.
yeah, we got 8 more days left of being vegan, which is, I can tell you all kinds of things.
Yeah.
The farts. Oh my goodness, the farts.
I was on the way home just now. I'm like, I need to get there. I said, if I don't show up, James is going to be talking about farts all night.
So, I will say, there's goods and bads of everything. So you can still include like whole foods and things like that. So if I had to say the good things is that we're still including like whole
yeah.
foods. You know what I mean? Now it's obviously high carb because I'm getting protein from beans.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like I don't feel bad, but what I don't like about this is calories are not the same. So if I eat 1,800 calories of meat
versus
I'm good till tomorrow. And if I eat 1,800 calories versus of rice and beans, I'm hungry, before bed.
Yeah.
So there's just so many different ways. But in the beginning, I felt bad. I was like, I don't even feel like this is fasting, because it was almost like it was just eating foods that I normally couldn't eat. So, the first 7 days was okay. But I'm so ready for a cheeseburger. I just want to go back to keto now.
Exactly. I see you guys switched on a dime because you said we're not doing this, and you did it.
Yeah,
And
well,
Debbie finally showed up.
Debbie
finally got home.
Jennifer,
there comes a time with a full life you just have to say no, but not yet. We'd like to see you at the indie meetup and or low carb for better health.
We haven't really discussed either of them.
Well, you guys have your tickets for KPL?
Yes.
We do.
Yay.
I figured that would be a topic of discussion.
I do. Debbie does. And Dustin, you got your ticket?
Yeah.
I got mine at like 2 a.m.
I got mine at 3:30.
And I knew, because I was talking with Shander about it, I was like, let me go ahead and get this ticket because, it's the early bird. We were, eligible for the early bird tickets, which is a little bit deeper of a discount.
Yeah.
And I was like, these aren't going to be, I was like, these aren't going to be here long, probably 2 days.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think that the early birds would be gone in sub 24 hours.
Yeah.
2 crazy ketos is in the house.
Rachel and Joe.
And or Joe. I'm going to put the link for the stream in here. If anybody wants to join in, tell your story, whatever, it's there.
Yeah.
Just click on it. We'll bring you on. No channel with a channel. Debbie.
Oh, I can't wait. That would be awesome just for someone to come on that doesn't normally come on.
The Brady Bunch screen.
We're actually going to have, we're actually going to have someone that does not have a channel. She's already scheduled on one of our lives. Poking him on the head. Jennifer got her ticket at 2 a.m.
I was telling Dustin, I didn't even tell you. I got on at 3:30. I entered bought the tickets, and it instantly was declined. And then I got a text message that says that someone named Autumn was trying to steal my account. So it's like, was this you? And I was like, yeah. And then I had to redo it again because it was a fraud alert.
That's
we
wild.
did get our room booked too.
Got our room.
So
I had that before the ticket.
Yeah,
I got my my hotel and everything booked when I was on Autumn's live when they basically said when Keto Palooza was going to be and everything was all set and done. So before that live was over, it was a Sunday live. Before it was over, I had booked my room. So
Dustin, your nails are so pretty.
They are.
Oh,
Somebody gave me a manicure.
somebody.
Somebody.
You know, that's another thing. It's like everything's just been so busy, and it's like any free time, it's like I need to go spend time with the grandbaby. I need to
How
go
is the
see
little
him.
squishy?
He is getting so big so fast. So
Mhm.
fast. He's adorable.
They're excited for KPL too.
Yay!
Yes, plan their entire fall travel schedule around the possibility of it. Yep.
Yeah, we have to put our vacation in at the beginning of the year, at least
Mhm.
some of it. And I just picked the first like week in October in hopes that that's when it would be. And it was perfect.
You know, they're definitely, I think KPL needs to always stay. It should never even be a thing going forward. Like, is it or is it not? It should be
Yeah.
when is it and how many KPLs are they having this year?
Yeah. How many?
How many? Because we have a fall, why not a spring?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it's so big. I mean, when the early bird tickets were gone, it was
Mhm.
like that first day. That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's amazing. So, Dustin,
like,
there's
yeah,
a message for
It's
you.
good, though.
Yes, I got to say hello to Timmy. He's my biggest fan. He's 5 years old and
Aw.
totally not imaginary.
Aw.
Totally not imaginary. Imaginary. Anyway, thank you for being here, Jaheel. We appreciate you.
Oh.
And Timmy.
I wasn't even going to try to say his name. I had no idea.
Timmy eats Quest chips.
I guess.
Don't
They
you?
got money like that.
Quest chips are good.
I like them.
You know what's good about Quest chips is they're like $2.50 a bag, right? That's the only way I can control things like that.
Yeah, we would get the bigger bags.
Yeah.
Like this. What is it? 4 in a bag of the
Mhm.
4 smaller bags, and we use them as a base for tacos,
Mhm.
like with taco meat.
I could
We
see that.
crunch
Oh,
them
like
up, put them
tacos.
on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Taco salad or something with
Yeah.
crunch.
Yeah, without the lettuce and stuff. We would use that. Yeah.
You know, call me crazy, but I love vegetables. Love them.
I
I
like
like
them.
vegetables. but
I
not
do better
lettuce.
without them. You know, I do eat them on occasion. I'll eat a salad once in a while
Yeah.
or some green beans but overall, I just feel better with meat and keto chow and chalk zero.
And Chalk Zero and Quest chips.
I would agree. I would agree with that statement because,
Yeah.
like I said, this is, you know, while this has been a different eye-opening thing, I'm so hungry. Like this kind of eating, like, you know, it makes people. This is why people want to eat every 2 or 3 hours, is because you're eating, you know,
You're not.
a high carb diet that, you know, it just makes you always hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm counting calories on top, you know, with it, just to make sure that I don't overeat the things because, like I said, I'm always hungry. And
Well,
there are
that's an
some good stuff.
instance where calories do matter. I know people say calories don't count, but in that case, when you're
Yeah.
not eating the proper human diet and you're eating something else, you could go way overboard
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
or not get enough. But are you eating tofu
It's
to get the
Yes.
protein?
I'm literally like tracking, like I'll eat some things at work, like I'll eat like celery and with peanut butter, and then I'll eat a bell pepper. And then I might eat, I don't know, some steamed vegetables, and it's like I've only eaten 300 calories, but I'm stuffed right now.
Or when you're having like hummus as a dip, right?
Right.
Which hummus is, you can have that on keto, but you
Just
don't
a
really,
little.
yeah, you don't really realize how much like
A serving.
a serving is of like 200 calories is like, that's like,
Yeah.
you know,
When you really look into it.
just like 2 dips of what a normal, you know.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You see their comment. We're really going to upset the vegetarian.
So is that like another
YouTube?
Is that part of your other YouTube channel? They're 2 crazy campers,
Yeah.
or is that something?
That's a good
totally
question.
different?
What channel are you guys going to use for that?
Oh,
And
they're-
I'm bringing all my meat lover
shirts.
shirts. His channel challenge might become sugar-coated sardines. Oh,
I just love. Am I the only one here who likes sardines?
yep.
Noah loves sardines.
Yeah, Noah loves them.
How's he doing?
Good, actually.
Does he have a friend over?
Yes, he does.
Okay. I thought he had a sleepover. Or
You didn't see walking by someone strange in the house when you
No.
came downstairs.
I just straight down here, like
That's pretty cool, guys.
Yes.
Hmm.
oh, that's
Interesting.
awesome.
Moving on up.
Yep.
To the east side.
Deluxe apartment in the sky.
You know what's weird? Before we did this, before the end of the year, we actually changed. Like, we had bacon. Like, we still have a lot of bacon in the freezer. Because, you go through phases. Even in keto, you go through phases. It's like, for the longest time, we would eat like every day. It was like, I want bacon. You know what I mean? And then it goes to, I want sausage. And then
I like chicken wings or whatever.
Yeah, or hamburger patties or whatever. And we got quite a bit of bacon like ready for us. It's been in the freezer. Like, I think for the whole month of December, I don't even know if we made bacon.
Yeah.
Right.
It kind of,
It's there and it's ready for us.
everything is ready for us. On the 4th, on Sunday, we are back.
Yep.
Very good. You're ready.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Ready.
You can see it in your face, James. I'm ready. Gosh.
It's just eye-opening, just different ways. And
Yeah.
But how do you feel? Like, do you feel any different outside of like the things the bodily pyrotechnics that you guys were talking about, or have you felt any difference in like your joints, anything like that? Anything totally different?
You go ahead.
Yes. I definitely 100% feel better eating a proper human diet. 100%. All
You had
around.
any ear issues, Emily?
Mhm.
Any ear
My
issues?
ears are still okay, but I'm mostly eating vegetables, majority. But I do notice a lot of like bloating. I feel way more bloated. I'm not having any joint pain or anything like that, but just tiredness, mental clarity.
Our face is
Like I feel puffy.
Yeah, we feel puffy. I mean, that's just going back to carbs. I know that just because I know how it is, whether you have a meal off plan or whatever, I'm probably holding 8 to 10 pounds of water. I mean, that's just gonna, as soon as we go back to eating meat, we'll just fall off because
maybe
we're eating high carb. I mean, it just is what it is.
Jennifer's running low. About 30 pounds of bacon.
Yeah, I don't even think we have that much, but 10 pounds of bacon for the next 2 weeks. It's amazing how much
we should probably do that.
When we make
not a bad idea.
when we make the bacon chips and eat it with guacamole and things like that, it's amazing how fast we can go through. I mean, 3 pounds of bacon at our house to make bacon chips. I mean, that might be gone before dark.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but our local butcher shop, they have, which we have very few, and their meats are just sliced so weird and very thin, but they have irregular pieces of bacon.
Yeah.
And they sell a 1.5 pound pack for like $3.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I remember,
before.
and I remember them like just pieces of bacon, like the right bacon or whatever. It's just in bags of just
ends and pieces.
Yeah, ends and pieces. Just
which is great for bacon chips.
Irregular.
Yes, that's what I do. I cut out. I mean, some of it is chunks like pork belly.
Yeah,
and I just put it all in a pot. Just cut it up, Dr. Berry style. And just cook them up like that and use them for just about anything.
That's my favorite way to make bacon, I think, is just bacon chips.
I will say,
I like it in the oven.
Do you? I like the bacon chips for sure.
Of all the times to do a Daniel fast, I'm so glad that it's in January when it's actually been too cold to use the smoker versus like July. Because it has been so cold here. It has been like stupid cold.
I'm surprised you haven't smoked a head of lettuce or cabbage.
Yeah.
I want to. I have a head of cabbage. I would like to. Maybe I should do that.
That's before it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't make us gassy or nothing.
No,
No,
not at all.
it's just really bad. That's all.
Yeah.
That's oh, jeez. I can't. It's like if I have vegetables, I feel okay,
hmm
but I don't feel great. Now
I
that's
have
cute.
noticed something though, Cindy. I ate very, very little vegetables for a while. And every time I would eat them, then I didn't feel very good. It's like, oh, but I feel like the more vegetables I've been eating, it's like my body's gotten back used to them and they don't bother me as much. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
You know,
You know what I mean? Like,
I've mentioned this to Dustin, and you know, part of me wonders, okay, well, when you go keto and you're like, oh, you're eating all the meats, right? And then
Yeah.
you go for a month or so without really eating any vegetables. Well, when you go back and you start eating a vegetable, like you feel the
Feel
vegetable,
way
you know what I mean?
worse.
You start feeling bad.
yeah.
It's almost like when you do BBB&E and, you know, and I hear that like, you know, people say that like chicken is inflammatory.
hmm
Well, I kind of feel like anything that you isolate for 30 days and don't have, when you introduce it back,
It's a bigger,
might, you know,
you notice it more.
yeah.
or something.
And I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
that there's not things that's inflammatory because, well, without a question, I know that kale is. I don't even need to try it.
Not to mention it doesn't taste that great.
It's hairy. Who in the world wants to eat a hairy cactus-like lettuce?
When I worked, so the first time I ever knew about kale being a thing is when I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. It's what we lined the salad bar with it.
For
Nobody ate it.
decoration,
It was the
right?
garnish.
Garnish.
Is the garnish. But it just makes you wonder, like if you didn't have bacon, like if we didn't eat bacon for, you know, 3 months and you ate bacon, would it upset your stomach? I don't know.
Probably not.
You don't think?
Now, when I did 1 month since my whole journey of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs so strictly
Uh-huh.
August a year ago. And I may have lost some weight, but they say reintroduce things slowly.
Yeah.
Nothing was bothering me beforehand.
Yeah.
I didn't need to do an eliminate. I just did it.
Yeah. I get that.
I guess to prove to myself that I could do it.
Yeah.
I didn't have my soda. I didn't have any of that stuff that whole month. No sweeteners, no nothing. It
Mhm.
was such a strict beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And it was the longest 31 days I ever lived in my life.
Yeah.
But I did it. And I didn't take my time reintroducing stuff. And nothing bothers me. I mean, dairy.
Nothing bothered
nothing,
you reintroducing everything? I
nothing
think it's
bothered me.
just, you know what?
I'm like-
All of us are so different.
You're right.
I mean-
That could be a good thing or a bad thing for me,
Yeah.
but
Right.
nothing to bother me.
Right.
I get that. I get the animal fats going
Yeah.
right through you. There's
Yeah,
times,
I could totally see that.
there's times during BBB&E that everyone's like, oh, for the first, you know, few days or whatever, you're going to have water. But when I'm on like BBB&E, for me, it never stops. It never stops.
See, I even when I started keto in 2020, I started in very strictly.
Mhm.
20 total carbs or less.
Yeah.
I didn't touch anything else for like at least 90 days. I didn't have any of the keto sweets or any of that stuff. And nothing, no keto flu, nothing,
No.
wasn't bothered by anything.
I never got
I
a
was
keto
fine.
flu or
It
anything
was
like
great.
that either, Cindy. So,
I'm the one that always used
Yeah.
to pick on.
yeah.
Keto
I guess
flu.
I was blessed with that. My granddaughter had started it probably a year or so ago, and she started getting sick, and she didn't talk to me about it. And then she went off of it. And I said that was probably a keto flu, which is a real thing for people. I said, I didn't have it, but it's a real thing. I said, you should have just talked to me because in a matter of days, it would have passed.
Yeah. I think
It
some
was just
people don't
your body purging all this garbage that you've been eating for so long.
Right.
You know,
And
yeah.
she just, it was like, what are you going to do? You can't.
Think about no matter what form of a healthy diet you go to, even if it is anything that you go to, just whole food in general. Think of all the detox and all the chemicals,
Processed foods.
all the
and-
processed food that has 40 plus ingredients in each one that you eat on a regular basis. I mean,
Yeah.
that's definitely withdrawals on top of just what you would say the normal keto flu would be.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't have those issues. And I wasn't just eating whole foods. I loved me some potato chips. That was the big thing. And dark chocolate. When I was recuperating from my knee surgeries and 17 and 18, when I couldn't move, Brian would go to the store, or my son would go to the store. Do you want anything, Mom? I said, yeah, dark chocolate. That's what I craved more than anything.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter. That's every night I would have some.
Yeah.
And this is before keto, like a couple years before
At
I
least
started.
it was dark chocolate that you were craving.
Did
It's
you ever
the
think,
healthier of the two?
Right.
did you ever think that maybe you just felt that bad that you didn't even notice the keto flu because you were already starting to feel better? I mean, it's possible.
But I didn't feel bad.
Well,
All my blood work, I was on blood pressure medicines, but I didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
My blood work always came back okay.
Hmm.
It was when I asked my doctor to do an A1C check after I started keto, and it came back at 5.8, is the only indication that I was on my way to being diabetic. That's even though I was almost 300 pounds. And it was like, that was the only indication I had, because I didn't feel bad whatsoever.
Yeah.
Do I feel better now? Yeah, because I can do more things. I'm not
Yeah.
sore. But as far as feeling bad internally, I never did.
Right.
So I can't even go by that. But
Yeah. What
I
about
get
you,
it that
Justin?
people do. And I had to get my fats from Parmesan cheese, olive oil, and a little
Justin, did
butter
you get the
first.
keto flu?
Yes. So when I started, they told us you were going to get the keto flu, but they didn't necessarily tell us that it was going to be like electrolyte related.
Well, of course not.
I mean, we didn't know. I mean, it was just like 2016. So all that stuff was new. We were still, like moderate protein. We were still doing all the, the early keto kind of stuff. And I made it through okay. I do remember one day I was at work and I just thought I was struggling so bad that I had like a one of the original full sugar Rockstar energy drinks in my desk left over, and I drank that. And I was like, if I don't, I'm gonna I feel like I was just gonna fall on the floor.
Yeah.
And so I drank that, and then that kind of got me through. And then we've talked about it before. Like Chandra took her 6 months to really get acclimated and get to where her hormones regulated and everything really settled into place for her. And it was a miserable 6 months for her. So for me, a week or two, that wasn't anything. So
Piece of cake in comparison.
Yeah.
Right. I was really lucky, I guess. And, even Debbie, when she started, she never got sick.
Yeah.
She never got flu or anything like that.
Yeah. It's
And
strange.
I'm not sure. Debbie, I know you're in the chat. What about Amy when she started? Did she get sick? When Debbie found keto, she was researching different diets for her daughter who had just been diagnosed with fatty liver.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic fatty liver. And she told Amy, she said, I'll do it with you. You do this, I'll do it with you. And Debbie was starting to have a little bit of knee pain.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you guys have seen Debbie. She's in good shape. She always has been.
I just want you to
loved
know
Amy.
that by looking at Amy, I would have never known she had a fat liver.
You're too much.
Look normal.
But within weeks, that pain in Debbie's knee was gone.
Yeah.
No, Amy did not get sick either, she says.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Renee is here. JJ
Hi,
is
Renee.
here. Welcome up.
Hey, JJ.
Working.
So if anybody has any questions for any of us, just put them in the chat. 'Cause we're
Lynn
here.
said she was lucky too. No keto flu there.
Not me. I used to almost cry. I used to call him when we started it. I'd be like, I can't do this. I can't do
Don't
this.
think I can.
And then that's when I realized that, yeah, you can't do this. You can't have two things. You can't do a low fat, low carb diet at the same time.
If you're starting this, make sure you
because I
get
still
your
had
electrolytes.
Yeah,
too.
I still had the mentality of eating lean meats, which were no fat, which I had no fuel. So after
Yeah.
a couple of weeks, it was just to the point of, am I just going to lay down and not move anymore because I didn't have no energy?
You didn't have no.
Didn't
That
have,
means you had. That means you had some.
well, very little.
Debbie
Didn't
said, so Debbie said her pain was gone in 4 days of starting keto.
There you go.
Yep.
And that's like, I had, after having the knee replacements, I really didn't have knee pain, but I did have arthritis in my back, and that's totally gone.
Yeah.
And just so much different things, and being able to go back to bowling after 20 years, it's been great. I mean, bowling's so good sometimes, but it's been fun.
I'm sure it's better than I would.
You guys have to come down sometime.
We need to bowl.
I would just embarrass myself.
I can't.
It's all
I
fun.
need to go bowling. We should do that. Let's just go to the pro shop tonight when we get off here. Go get balls ordered.
See? I told you. Cindy.
Yeah, they gotta get James with them 12-pound balls.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? If I don't get off this vegan diet, we'll be throwing 8-pound balls. I need some meat.
It's not about any of that.
I know.
It's not about any of that. And
Jennifer Lucas, the teenager.
Yeah, Rachel, if you're in the chat still, there you go. There's your opening. That's too funny.
I really
But yeah, it's
bowling.
And Cindy it really is a real invitation.
I know.
She's not joking.
I know.
That's right. That's absolutely right. I've been having problems with my left foot, but I'm still bowling.
There you go.
Okay, Jeremy.
Waiting to see a podiatrist.
Jennifer Lucas
Yeah.
balls.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what
I
we were
already
joking
put that
about.
up
Way to
there.
catch up, James. Way to catch
It
up.
went way over his
Welcome to the conversation, buddy.
I'm sorry.
I had mentioned earlier that we were going to have somebody on with Sana and I that does not have a YouTube channel. This is her.
Yeah. Hi, Susie.
Hello, Susie.
But yeah, we have welcomed anybody,
It's wonderful.
we've told them reach
Obviously,
out to
I'm
us
here.
because I would love, that's right. We would love to have people come on and tell their stories that doesn't have a channel, that hasn't gotten their story out there because somebody needs to hear it.
Yeah, because I feel like in the whole community, whether it's carnivore or keto or anything, there's so many standards that everybody puts up. Some people just have their standards, and sometimes it's easy to chase other people's standards instead of finding your own bar.
Right.
If that makes sense.
You have to find what works for you.
Right.
Or you're not going to make it sustainable for you.
Exactly. And it's very easy to get caught up like, oh, I shouldn't have this because so-and-so doesn't have this or says you shouldn't have this, or I shouldn't do this because it's not strictly, perfect in their box, in their world. And it's really important to find what fits comfortable for you,
That's right.
And I've struggled with that personally. So I'm just saying, like, it's very easy to get caught up in other people's standards.
Right. and some people are so, I don't know if you guys follow Chris Cooking Nashville.
I follow him on Instagram.
Man, I'm telling you, he put up a video about people being so dogmatic
Mhm.
about carnivore that he's
Yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah.
It was the most powerful message. And I said, thank you so much, because I am so tired of that.
Yeah. It,
You
it
know,
can be
they,
very defeating, and
It runs people off too.
yeah.
It really
right. And
does.
I mean, Sana and I talk about it almost every week, how we are so not into keto versus carnivore or
Mhm.
ketovore versus carnivore. It's
Or
all one
right.
community of people trying to better their health
Yeah.
and help each other out,
Yeah.
you know, and be there for one another. Not this, you're doing this wrong, you should be doing it this way garbage, because
Yeah.
who are you to tell me what I'm doing is wrong
We should
when
really just be
I have
uplifting and
succeeded a
encouraging.
lot?
Yeah, for sure.
I have, you know, as you guys have, and Dustin, it's like, what the heck? It makes me so crazy to watch these people and say, "Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
It's because
This is it."
everybody thinks that their way is the way, and being so, if you're too strict, then you got to question the sustainability of it.
And I mean, a lot of people can be really, really strict, and that's what works for them. And that's great.
And think about how it is for someone when they find out, when they're like, oh, I found this and I get this and this and this, but I get a treat. Even if it's someone like us, when we started, we had a cheat meal every week to reward ourselves for doing good, right? But then when you get someone who says, well, you can't do that, and it's like, oh, so you get people who's excited and doing good, and then they just get the rug yanked out from under them.
Right.
And everyone's their own person, because even with the one cheat meal a week, we
Mhm.
were still at 95%. You know what I mean? Versus
Yeah.
Yeah.
0.
Right.
I mean, I don't care who they are. There's nobody that's perfect out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian and I went to Frisch's a couple weeks ago, and we just wanted some onion rings. We
Mhm.
shared an order, you know. He paid dearly. His blood sugars were
Yeah.
up so ridiculously high.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the breading. It was crazy.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
because of that and the hypoglycemic episodes I can have, it's
Mhm.
just not in it for us to keep doing that,
Yeah.
to do that very often. It's very, very rare.
Right.
But, you know, perfection is a crazy standard that people try to put for themselves.
It is. And
And it's
Sana,
impossible.
her name, the perfectly imperfect. It's
I
quite
love her
perfect.
name.
Cool big
It's
guy.
quite
I
perfect.
like the story behind her name, why she chose that. That was interesting.
Yeah. But
This
definitely
girl, go
Uncle
ahead.
the guy. Sorry. But yeah, regardless of anyone else, we try to be as encouraging and as, what we know that what works for us isn't going to be for everyone. That's okay.
That's right. And,
So,
and what works for you may help somebody else out.
yeah.
And it's like somebody that's really struggling with trying to do it somebody else's way.
Right.
And they see you guys, they need to see you guys doing something different,
Yeah.
that, hey, that might work for them.
Yeah.
It will at least give them some ideas of what they can do other than, oh, this is so far extreme this way.
Yeah.
And this is too extreme this way. We need to figure out something else.
Yeah.
And, that just might work.
You know what? Her brother Derek lost 240 pounds doing it his way.
It's absolutely amazing. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
You know what? He never asked.
Yeah.
He never asked anything. He never. I don't even think he ever asked us even for advice. He just did his own thing. You know what I mean?
He did.
Like, he never asked. He never questioned. He never said, well, they can do this, or you know what I mean? He just did his own thing. And sometimes that involved him having, once or twice he would, a month, he would even go get some Chinese food but he just did his thing. And now he's, under his goal of 220, and
I'm only smiling because this morning he got up and he was making sausage, and I'm like, that smells so good.
This is a good message too. My first year of keto, I allowed myself one cheat meal every 90 days.
Yeah.
The second year, I maybe had 3 the whole year, not because I didn't allow myself, I didn't need or want to.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
you know, that's where finding what works for you to make it sustainable comes into play.
Exactly. Because
You can't
it's
smell it.
definitely a long-term sustainability. I mean,
And you know what one person calls a cheat, another person won't. You know, there's some
Yeah.
people who would think that you're cheating if you have Hellman's mayonnaise. You know what I mean?
right.
Because it's got a seed oil in it. You know, is that cheating, or is
Right.
you know, is a relaxed day of, say, you have 40 total carbs, is that a cheat?
Yeah.
Or is that just a relaxed day? I don't know.
When we started, we were very consistent and we didn't have cheat days for a long time.
Mhm.
And I mean, but we weren't doing it necessarily publicly.
Mhm.
I was doing an Instagram page, but I was just kind of posting pictures of my food,
Yeah.
but I wasn't like trying to be like trendsetter or anything like that. But I knew us, you know, Shannon and I knew each other well enough to know that, especially when we started, there were no like things out there in the market for us to cheat with necessarily that
Way
were,
different, right?
it was very different landscape. So
Yeah.
I remember when the first wave of Halo Top came out, or you know, we would go through and we would try to find anything and everything we could find. You know, there were no low carb tortillas, no low carb bread, there was no low carb ice cream. There
Right.
was, I mean, the only thing you could find was those the weird ones you can find, like the zero everything. They have like
Yeah.
the farm, something farm. I don't know, whatever that brand is. But we didn't like that. We tried a couple of things and it didn't taste good to us. And I didn't even drink diet soda because at the time I didn't like the taste of diet soda. So that wasn't even a thing for me.
Right.
It wasn't until like a couple of years into where when Rockstar Pizza started doing their keto pizza, did we go out for something like that? Like, oh wow, we can go out to eat for something. So then I got a Diet Pepsi and I was like, wait, is this really diet? Because I hadn't had a diet soda in so long. I didn't even notice there was no bitter taste to it like
Yeah.
there was always before. Like if you were used to regular soda, you take a drink of diet soda, and you're like, what is this? You know? And so that was kind of like the first, it was like a couple of years in, I think, like maybe 6 months in, we found some kind of like no sugar added ice cream. And we had like a little dip of it with some whipped cream on it, some nuts, and we're like, oh, and it tasted heavenly. You know what I mean? It was just like, I mean, it was just the landscape at the time. We just didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if it was better. I don't know if we would have been successful or as successful if we started now.
Mhm.
Because I think there's a lot of things that would have gotten in our way. Now there's, you know, there's
There's
cookies,
so
and
many
cakes,
things out there.
candies, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
For
tell
sure.
you, Debbie Savings in the chat.
Hi, Debbie.
We had her and I, she's been commenting on all of my videos and
Oh.
we've been talking. Her and her husband are actually coming over tomorrow.
Yay.
And
Going bowling?
she just no, we're not going bowling. She's having a lot of gut issues. So I've been trying to help her out. And I fessed up to her on the phone the other day. I told her that you want to do carnivore, I'll do it with you.
You're
I
like,
got the first 2 weeks in and I'm like, Chalk Zero was calling my name. I was like, come on. And I told her on the phone, I said, I feel like I failed you because I told you I would do this with you. She said, oh no. She said, you did not.
"Aw."
Now, did that help her gut by any chance, carnivore?
She still has issues. She was explaining to me, she can eat something one day and it won't bother her stomach. She can eat the same thing the next day and it will cause some serious problems. So it's hard to say. I mean,
Yeah.
she's on medication that she, you know, until she can figure it out.
Right.
But
Mm.
I am trying. I have tried everything, tried suggesting so many things, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
So was she doing
feel
just like
bad for her.
carnivore with like salt, pepper, garlic, or was she doing lion diet? So just like beef, salt, and water.
No, she's doing carnivore, like
Okay.
chicken and things like that. She also doesn't have her gallbladder, and it's called. I know a lot of people don't
Yeah.
on keto, but I don't know if that's causing problems for her also.
Right. Mm,
So I mean, just trying to figure it out. I just
Yeah.
suggested to document what you're eating and how you feel afterwards, and see
definitely.
if we could find some kind of rhyme or reason to what's going on with her.
Right.
But
Well, I hope she finds out. If you're listening, I hope you find out and soon.
oh,
'cause-
she's definitely still in the chat, I would imagine.
You know,
Yeah, that's not fun.
I had gut problems before keto. I've had gut problems during keto. I've had gut problems during carnivore. I think maybe sometimes people just have gut problems. I don't know.
Mm,
That's all, that's all I've got. There's been times where, my gut problems have been, everything's been normal for a while. And then, I'm kind of a creature of habit, like to eat the same stuff all the time. And then sometimes all of a sudden it does act up. Sometimes keto chow will destroy me, and sometimes it'll help me. There's just never been
for him, anyway.
It's no rhyme or reason.
no
It-
rhyme
it's,
or reason.
correct.
it's
I mean,
pretty rough.
Yeah.
like
It could be
really-
something in the water. You never know. You know what I mean? It could be something extra in the water. Like
Right.
could be like, because right now our water tastes awful. So I bought a couple extra cases of water at Costco, and we just been drinking bottled water for the most
Yeah.
part. And the water coming out of our fridge doesn't taste abnormal to us.
Mhm.
But like it's wintertime. Well, it's kind of like spring right now, but
Yeah.
I
my
I
goodness.
look forward to like that month or two where you can get up in the middle of the night and get that ice cold water out of your bath. But I
That's
couldn't
good.
because it just tastes so bad.
You froze up for a second, Dustin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. You always freeze up looking stupid too, like.
That's what I do. I look stupid all the time. That's my natural look.
I'm just kidding.
That's just my face.
You didn't
Yeah,
really
it's
look
just what I
stupid.
look like.
I just had to comment.
So
You
Jennifer
just-
says many people have a complication from gallbladder removal.
Mm,
You're getting poked in the head again, James.
you need to lift your head up more.
Bile acid diarrhea. It's often overlooked. That's interesting.
Yeah. Hmm.
So when I had
So
my
fun.
gastric bypass years ago, they told me that you'd probably have to have your gallbladder taken out at some point.
Mm,
Well, that was 17 years ago. I
yeah.
still have my gallbladder. It's like,
They were wrong.
but
They were
they
wrong.
would tell everybody that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, just like they would tell you to eat the sweet potatoes instead of white potatoes, and the whole grain pasta instead of the regular pasta, and all this garbage that still has carbs, and they don't even mention watching your carb intake or anything like that. Just it was stupid.
My son's girlfriend works for a weight loss doctor, and she said it really depends on which doctor they talk to. She said a lot of them push a low carb or keto or at least a Mediterranean diet, but some are like
Where is that coming from?
complete opposite. What am I?
It's not working, Dustin.
I know. I was hoping I could be cool like Lindsay Murphy.
They're doing it in their chat. Some
What?
movement. Do a hard thing do what Dustin's doing, Emily. I don't know, but every once in a while a thumbs up comes up and there it is.
Huh.
Ooh,
I'm guessing
What
maybe
else does she do? What else does
there we go.
When did you get your Hogwarts letter?
That's pretty funny because when
Oh,
Neely
good.
and Lindsay,
How do we do it? There it is.
look at this. See, I can't. I'm sure I ain't gonna be able to do it either. Neely can't do it, but Lindsay
Neely
plays
can't do it,
around
I
with it all
can't
the
do it.
time.
What are you
Cindy,
using
does
for a
yours
webcam?
work? Does it work if you just go?
What are you using for a
No.
webcam, James and Emily?
She'll do the double thumbs up and something else will come up.
It's a
I don't-
Sony
I
ZV-1.
can't. It ain't
Oh,
gonna
that
happen.
might be what it is. The camera itself might be doing it.
It ain't gonna happen for me because
Really?
'Cause I'm using an Elgato Stream thing.
I'm just on my computer using my computer camera. That's it.
Right.
Look, we don't need to
But
go
yeah.
bowling now. We can just stay home and do this. So check this out.
You can message Lindsay and say I can make hearts appear too now.
What else does
It's
she
funny because
do?
Neely gets so upset and Lindsay's like,
That's
There's
weird.
so many things that she does.
she'll
Like
do
she'll
something
do
and
it.
fireworks happen behind her, and yeah.
Oh yeah, she'll do. Was it a double peace sign or something? It's like it's crazy. She has so
Really?
much that she can do.
Now I'm gonna have to look it up or
Oh,
something.
my nails are prettier than yours, so shh.
Oh dang! So it's set up to get the icons. It doesn't work on
Oh.
the computer. Yeah,
I'm on a computer.
Well, the camera's connected to it though.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm on a laptop with an Elgato face cam or whatever.
Elgato. That sounds.
I can't get
Elgato.
the thumbs up to work.
And then I got my little Elgato Stream Deck here that can control everything.
Ah,
nice.
that's cool. We're not that fancy.
Yeah, that's
I
way
get it for
more.
free.
Yeah.
I'm not that fancy.
I'll
You know-
tell you, I'm still just using my phone for videos, and I download them to Dropbox, and then I come to my computer and I upload
Yeah.
it from Dropbox and put it on YouTube.
Well, I do that too. If I like anything that I'm out and about, I record with my phone.
Yeah,
I pop it over to my Google Drive because I got a 2 terabyte Google Drive,
right.
so I can upload all the videos. Like if I'm taking anything that I get from Walmart or the grocery store or whatever, and then I upload that way. Otherwise, everything else is done with SD cards.
I still have not used my camera that Brian got me.
Well, that's the thing. That's if you
Never-
use it, you probably be able to do this too.
I
Yeah, you could do it.
I don't know how I would even hook that up to my computer.
With a
You're not
with
doing
a
it
with
right.
a USB-C port. It's
There
not
we go.
hard. If I
That's
can get out there to see you, I'll get it set up. I just don't know when I'll be able to do it.
All right, come
Well-
on over tomorrow.
Well, not tomorrow. I got Dave Dana on tomorrow.
You can bring him.
Yeah.
I think he lives in Massachusetts.
See, when James and Emily come down to go bowling, then James can hook that up.
James doesn't know how to do anything. He just took him 20 minutes to set up to get on this line.
You know, I'm not going to say that I wasn't out of practice, but the computer had to update and it wasn't working. Like I was getting no sound out of your end. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't hear anything you guys were saying.
He forgot what to do.
I did.
Yeah.
That's what I
when hit
told
the
him.
heart
It's
button
been
in
too
mine, It
long.
doesn't do anything on the screen. You don't see it, right?
No.
No.
I'm hitting the hearts over here, on the side of the chat.
I see nothing.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, I don't see it either, so I don't know why it's even there.
I know. That's like I do them on my phone, and I know that I see them scroll up,
Yeah.
but nobody ever comments on them, so I don't know if they see them or not. It's like, whatever.
I can't get the thumbs up to work.
It's just random.
went.
There it is.
I gave her a thumbs up on her face. Here.
You guys are
Uh,
crazy.
Jennifer says, I see it on my phone.
There it is again.
I don't even know why I did that.
Jennifer, I was going to say, yeah, we plan on being at the indie meetup, of course.
Yes.
And the Columbus
not
meetup, I know I'm going to do my best to be there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
I'll be there.
Yeah, Jennifer, if you're buying, we're there.
There's also
Jennifer, you
an
going to ride
indie
with me to the
meetup
Columbus meetup?
Sabrina Cagle is also doing an indie meetup February 3rd.
Really?
Where?
Yes, in Avon, right?
Yeah, it's in
Dustin?
Avon.
Avon.
I think we can do that.
Smoky Bones.
We are, we're on our
Still
fast.
be eating vegetables. Sorry. That's like, well, you guys said you weren't going to do it.
I
JJ
know.
made his
we did.
reservations for KPL.
We initially said the 3 days.
And that was it. Right.
Then it was like, you know what?
Let's try. You just don't know until you try.
Yeah.
All right,
And
hey,
it's
James and Emily, you guys coming in on Thursday or Friday for KPL?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Me too. All right.
Friday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Friday.
We so you're not coming until Friday, Cindy?
Right. I can't
Why?
justify another hotel room day when I live 2 hours away.
I live
Well,
2 hours away too,
Yeah,
but
you can because it's just
I can't.
another.
I can't afford it.
Well,
That would
me
be another
either.
2
I'm doing it
days.
anyway.
That
James
would be
is
another
funny.
2 days. Thursday night and Sunday night.
James, I was talking with James on the phone earlier today. He goes, "You're already planning on being broke at KPL."
all right, yeah. Let's just put it out there. I was talking about the Brazilian steakhouse, and Dustin's like, I just don't know if I'm gonna go or not because it's a lot of money, and he was like, I'm hoping that I can have money by then, and it's like, dude, it's literally like let's put $6 or $7 a month aside, and we can go to the Brazilian steakhouse come October.
Well, I gotta say, Adam's supposed to split the room with me because the room for like Thursday through Sunday, checking out Sunday is like $700, and then that's with like
Yeah, it is
parking and
pricey.
everything, right?
It is.
It really
So
is.
I was like, I'm planning on getting a part-time job and all that stuff, but like, and giving Shander a bunch of money to help pay, we'll be paying back all of our Disney and because we got it on, we put it all on no interest credit cards. I mean, it's kind of silly we could put all that money out on our own instead of
Yeah.
using somebody else's. But get that taken care of, then we can plan our next vacation because we're planning to go on vacation the day after KPL.
Really? Where are you going?
Because that's when our school district fall break is. So it starts the 14th for 2 weeks. So we were going down to Alabama and just being far away.
I didn't
Far,
even
far
know you-
away.
didn't even know you were in school still.
JJ's going to
The young one
KPL.
is in school. She'll be in kindergarten then.
Oh.
She's in preschool right now. Well, not right now. It's dark, but but she's currently enrolled in preschool.
It's
All right.
dark time,
All right,
Dustin.
Dustin, here's the deal. You're going to the Brazilian steakhouse. If we have to pay for it, you're going. You will go in that room.
Do they have picanha? I don't think I've ever had
Yes.
picanha.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So just playing, you're going
Yes.
regardless.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
if you got lots of money, then you can pay, and if not, then
Then we love you.
yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
that casino will be open that wasn't open last time.
we might just pass around a bucket. Help
A hat or a
yeah.
bucket.
help a simple keto guy eat.
Yeah, last year we went on Saturday night. Debbie and I and Jenny and Jenny and Amy and Brian.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was pricey,
It is.
so we
It is
probably
pricey.
won't go back again. But it was all right.
You
We
know,
like it. I think we like it because there's not one near us.
yeah, there's not one. We're 2 hours
So it's kind
from
of
one.
part of the experience.
So JJ, I'm just assuming my fall break is that week, as it usually is. If not, I'll be missing 2 days of school that week.
Worth
Birthday is the 10th.
it.
You weren't
I'll
there
tell ya.
last year. I don't know. JJ wasn't there. I don't think we've met JJ before.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so either.
But
I'm
just
looking forward
approach
to it.
us and be like, hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, you can come up to us and be like, hey, I'm really a fan of you guys. I watch your channel and I would like to buy Dustin Brazilian Steakhouse.
Oh, dang.
We're just gonna walk around with a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa.
Brian's not coming this
So
year.
JJ has to go too. He's never had it. Yet.
Why is Brian not coming?
Yeah, why is
He's going to stay here with the dog, so we don't have to board him.
Why do we have a thumbs up?
Cindy? Are you
Emily?
going on the Alaskan cruise?
No.
I guess
I
I'm going
can't
to
afford a daggone
cruise
cruise.
because I think James is just not wanting to go, and
I-
I want to go.
I just have a hard time going on a cruise.
You know
Look,
why that's
look.
happening? Because you keep moving your thumb on your arm.
That would be weird.
That's
if
all
it
I
really
can
did.
figure out. Is it? It's
There it is.
see,
You're like,
All right, fine.
it's really weird.
that's cute.
Fine.
That's cute.
It's odd.
Dustin, you just like it, Neely. You can try all you want.
I mean, Dustin, is there like a setting that like we didn't change and you guys did?
I don't
I'll
think
tell
so.
you, Neely
bet you
can't do
anything
it.
that,
You should watch their lives. It's funny.
I bet you anything that Lindsay's using basically the same Sony camera setup you are for her live. That's probably
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what it is.
You know, I hope Lindsay goes to KPL.
I know.
She said she's working to see if they can figure it out.
She missed out on the early bird ticket. She said the other day, or actually, it was today in a live that Southern Ketovore put up just at the last minute.
I seen their
Her and Angie put it up,
Oh.
and yeah, it was pretty cute.
No.
It was good.
I would love to do the Alaskan cruise. The problem is Chandra's just not interested in doing a cruise. The only way to get her to go on a cruise is if our kids take the girl on a cruise, then Chandra will go on a cruise.
I understand that.
Yeah, but
I do.
Sometimes the girl is young. There's an age where like Noah was on a couple cruises when he was young, and I don't think he appreciated them. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if he
doesn't
appreciated
even
last year.
Yeah. Noah said he never wants to go on another cruise again.
So I've never been on one, but I can't justify spending thousands of dollars to go on one.
Sure, you can.
No, I really can't. We don't
know
have
what?
that kind of money.
You know what? 8 days. We spent like 9 or 10 days, or maybe even 11 days total with
It was
all the keto
perfect,
people.
perfect amount of time.
No, it really wasn't long enough.
Okay,
Okay. So
yeah.
why is the thumbs up now?
Because your head
thumb
looks
is
like
on
a
your
toe?
arm.
I don't know.
You have your thumb like this.
All right, I'm done. Arms are going down. I'm gonna
Sit
sit.
on your
Sit on
feet,
your hand.
James.
If they
It's
pop up
cute.
now, it's you.
It's cute.
It wasn't enough time. It was actually sad when it was time to leave because we love you guys so much, you know, all of our friends, that you can't put, I don't know. That's something I'll always remember. I would like to go again. I just don't want to go to Alaska. I want to go somewhere warm. Like I can go to Alaska now. I'll walk outside.
I want to
It's not
see
that
Alaska,
cold right now.
and
I
I
would
think
like to
seeing
see
Alaska from a cruise makes a lot of sense. I you know, there was a glimmer of hope that I was going to be able to go on the 2024 the low carb cruise, and then it was like that rug was pulled from underneath me, and I was like so bummed because I was going to get a chance to go like a free cruise, right?
Yeah.
But I would have to still pay for like transportation, a
Yeah.
passport, and all the stuff that goes into having a free cruise.
Right.
You know,
Right.
the soda package or whatever comes along with that, and yeah.
Big guy said put some socks on your hand.
You know, the good thing is about the passport is that once you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yeah, I don't have one either. That's like,
You know,
Yeah.
I was thinking I always wanted to go to Niagara, but I always heard that the Canadian side was better. Well, now that we got that, we could at least go there.
Yeah.
It's one benefit, I guess.
I would like to see Alaska. And quite honestly, once you go on a cruise, like even when you're somewhere warm, most of your time is on the boat. So you're not really out in the weather of the places that you go to, except for those days during that window of time.
It's 8 hours a day. You're at a port.
Yeah. So if you have 3 ports, that's
But
72 hours.
You're still out on the deck. I mean, I really enjoy cruises. I really do like.
I'm just saying, we were in Mexico and I was wearing a jacket.
so why don't you want to go to the Alaskan cruise?
Because it's Alaska.
It would be cool. Like, if they're going, are they going to the part where like it doesn't get dark?
I don't know.
Supposedly, but I don't know.
That would be
I don't
neat.
know. I would like to go. I might have to find a different date to go with me.
James can stay here with Chandra. I'll go with you.
I
It's
know.
not only that. I mean,
It's a win-win.
you have to think of how much more pricey everything is. Like flying into Seattle is way more expensive than flying into Texas.
I'm worth it.
Yeah. I'm not saying hey.
Oh,
That's how I feel, but Chandra's like, no.
it's funny.
Just associate vacations with warm weather and
Yeah.
beaches and
Yeah, that's like we were talking about our
Disney.
daughter sent us this video of this family that took everybody in the family wrote down where they want to go on vacation for a family vacation. Then they put it into a bucket, and then he's like pulling it out. Like everyone he pulled out was where they weren't going. So the last ticket in the bucket is where they would go.
yeah.
And
That's a good idea.
and then like our daughter was like, we want to go to Bryson City. And I'm like, I want to go somewhere where there's a beach.
Yeah.
I don't want to just look at like trees.
Mhm.
And she's
There
like,
you
it's
go,
so
Emily.
beautiful there. And I'm
Jennifer
like, I'm
wants
sure
to
it
go.
is.
I know. We might have to hook up, Jennifer.
You guys can go whale watching.
She can trail
that'd be
you on her
awesome.
hover round thing, her scooter, just right
I
on the
think that'd be
handlebars.
Right on the handlebars.
I mean, there's a lot of things I'd like to do. Like, and I'd love to go to Hawaii too, but man, I mean, them places are so expensive. Like, I could go on 4 vacations for the price of a Hawaiian vacation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
They're both
like it's so far to
expensive.
get there. Like you got to fly for like 15
Yeah.
hours, or like if you have a layover, you're just there. Like the whole day is travel,
Travel.
there and back.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was. Just Texas, really,
It did feel that way.
because
Well, I
we
mean,
got
now you
in.
got to board the ship, and
Yeah, we got in at like, I don't know. We were
I
off the
don't even
boat
remember.
at like 9:30 in the morning or whatever, and our flight didn't leave until like 5 p.m.
Oh yeah, on the way home. Yeah, that was an old
So-
day
Yeah, so
affair.
you're really just killing time.
Yeah.
It's like
Here's your date, Emily.
Yeah.
His wife says it's too cold.
See?
that's
crazy.
exactly what I say.
I doubt it'll be
Granny
too
mobile.
cold. When it's going to be May or
I
June or
know.
what?
It's June.
I know.
June.
It's June. So
Someone buy me an Alaskan cruise for my birthday. My
For your
birthday's in June. For real. For real. No cap.
Mine is 6 days before the indie meetup in May.
We
In
were
May.
thinking about trying to make it like the weekend for Jen Delaney's birthday, or we were looking at maybe making it like the weekend of the Derby. But Jen was like, no, because the Derby is like she has all these parties.
Yeah.
So we had to go later in May rather than earlier.
And
Well,
there'd be a
there's
lot of traffic.
an
too.
Ohio meetup too in March, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, March
It's March
16th
16th.
is Dawn's.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a date for sure
March
yet. Is there?
16th.
Yeah, she said it
It
was
is?
March 16th. She's got the
Ah.
date.
That's 5 days after my birthday.
Wow.
Where's that one at?
Columbus.
Columbus.
I don't know. I
They're
think
not
there's more.
100% sure yet.
They're not sure yet.
She pinpointed the date, but not the location.
We just go to the mall, food court.
Ugh.
You know, that's really not a bad idea.
Ugh.
Everyone gets their choice. You don't like this? Go get that.
Yeah.
Philly cheesesteak, no bread.
There you go.
You're telling her it's in the summer. We're in Louisiana. Alaskan summer would be nothing.
Exactly. It would be wonderful weather.
You know, if you think about it,
If you think about it.
food court for real. You don't have to call and make reservations. You don't, there could just definitely be a lot more events if people would be willing to just go and meet people, spontaneously.
What?
Just saying.
Nobody's responding.
And you could get a table here, and somebody else will be sitting way over there because they're.
Someone's got to get
There's
through the
never
mall.
any
Busy to be
tables at the
busy.
mall. What are you talking about?
Have you been to a mall recently?
I try not to.
Yeah,
I
We
hate
go to
shopping
Build-A-Bear.
anyway. So
I'm just saying, last time we went to the mall, it was packed. When we parked over by the food court and had to walk through there was like people everywhere. But
That's
that
what
was
I
right
said.
before
Nobody would be sitting together.
Yeah, that was Christmas.
Yeah, that was right before Christmas though. So
I'm like, no.
could be it. Cindy, do you want
I'd
to see?
rather have it at my house again.
I'm gonna show you the cutest little picture that I got today. It's so cute.
Oh,
Little
he's
squishy.
adorable.
Isn't that cute?
He's precious.
Time is going by so fast. He's gonna be 6 months old in like 2 weeks.
Yep. Got stuck in short of
6
2KK
months.
cruise.
6.
To avoid that
Jennifer
ability
said
to
she got
get
stuck in Charlotte after the 2KK cruise.
Yes.
So
we
how
know.
worth it was the 2KK cruise? So how many people went on that? Like it looked like maybe like 20 or 30 people, wasn't it?
I feel like there was probably more on that than there will be on the 2024 low carb cruise.
Yeah, I feel like nobody's. Oh, yeah, that the 2KK cruise that was separate. I was
Yeah.
thinking low carb. Ooh,
I don't know anyone going on the low carb cruise this year. Nobody.
Like I said, there
Two
was a
crazy
chance that I
ketos
almost
are.
could go for free. But
yeah.
So they're just gonna. Are they gonna give the? They're gonna give the presentation too.
Maybe
Debbie and I are going to Hack Your Health.
The Texas one.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hack
Hack
Your
Your
Health
Health
is
by
in
KetoCon.
Nashville.
Yeah.
What's the one in Nashville called?
The one
Dustin.
in Nashville.
oh, that's low carb for better health.
Okay.
Jennifer says almost 100 people.
Okay. That's pretty good.
You know, if you didn't go to the Hack Your Health, you could probably do the low carb cruise.
No. It's
No?
not costing us thousands of dollars to go there.
Yeah.
I think if you price the low carb cruise,
You'd be surprised.
especially like an interior room, you'd be surprised at how cheap
how affordable
like
it can be.
that you and Debbie, if you as you two could go for.
Yeah.
I bet you it would be a lot less.
I
than
mean,
think.
you would have to want to go first, I guess. If you don't want to go on a cruise, it's not going to be, no amount's going to be worth it.
I would have no idea if I would get seasick and then I'd be stuck
You won't get
Yeah.
seasick.
because I've never been.
He
They
says
put
that.
Dramamine in the soda.
Did
Yeah.
you get seasick?
One of our cruises that we've done in the past, I did.
No, that was pre-keto. Just saying. If keto could fix your ears, it fixed you that too.
The low carb cruise was a lot of fun.
There
This
you
is-
go.
A lot of
Here's
fun.
Here's you a partner.
I know. I want to go.
Did you see?
Wanna
Deb
go.
wants to go.
Yes, I do. I want to go.
There you go, Debbie.
Could you live without me for a week and a half?
I don't know. I'm saying the right thing. I don't know. It'd be hard.
It'd be tough. I do my laundry.
I miss you
Yeah.
so much.
as long as you do meal prep.
Oh my goodness.
It's it's funny because he does a majority of the cooking.
All right. There's one other problem with the whole vegan thing. There's another aspect that you don't understand. Do you remember pre-keto, like when you were making all the dishes and you had all the sides and all the stuff? Do you remember how many dishes that you would go through in just one meal with the pots and pans? Like, so we don't really know how to eat like this. So we're basically we're making our own Chipotle bowls that don't have any meat. You know what I mean? It's like the beans and the brown rice and all the different stuff, So we got all these. There are dishes everywhere. There's stuff literally everywhere. And I'm like, this is awful because I'm used to there's days I can just put burger patties on the pan, throw them in the oven. That's it. Dinner served. And if you put foil underneath of it, you don't even have to do a dish. You just roll it up and done.
I was even surprised this morning because I had cooked bell pepper
Mhm.
and I had cooked. I was cutting up celery pieces and then getting a container to put some peanut butter in it, and so I brought home all these containers. And
Containers
it's like,
everywhere. And everything's going bad too.
Oh
Like-
yeah, it will.
my bell peppers were going bad. That's why I literally just sliced one
It's
up
insane.
and was like, I'm gonna cook these
I'll
up.
tell you what. There's this lady that Debbie sent me links to. She has tips and tricks in the kitchen. All right. Like I had already heard a long time ago, if you wrap celery in foil, it keeps it fresher longer. She did that with a head of lettuce.
And it
And it
worked.
stayed fresh. Yes.
Really?
Interesting.
It's amazing. Our younger sister tried it, and she said, "I am so glad you told me this because, she lives by herself." She said a head of lettuce lasted her a long time.
Wow. I just don't. I feel like if you just cook a bunch of meat at the beginning of the week, you don't
Just
you don't have
microwave it all week long.
it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, like I'll cook like a big family pack of chicken thighs, and I'll make up some burgers, and I'm just like, here we go.
Yep.
You're killing them, Dustin.
Yep.
What? What's
I said,
happening? I'm just saying, I'm lazy.
No, I said
Right?
you're killing them. They're not eating meat right now.
Well, that's their own fault. I didn't twist. I'm like, go vegan. No, no, I didn't do
Yeah.
that. I advise against it.
It's only for 3 weeks, and to us it's going to be worth it. And then there'll be a good reset too, because I will say that there was a time I had a little bit of a meat aversion as far as beef, not so much chicken. I was eating a lot of chicken towards the end, but then I think even once I started getting back to normal with the beef,
Then I did.
then she was getting to the point that she didn't want it.
I wanted more chicken and turkey and
So, I think everybody needs a good taste reset too. I'm sure we're not the only ones that ever had a beef aversion or whatnot.
yeah.
That's why you got to mix it up and not have the same things every day.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That definitely helps.
I'm ready for all of it.
But we get into a rut that like, oh, I'm really liking this and I like it so much that let's just eat it until we want to puke.
Right. But again, the point behind it is it's nothing to do with anything other than spiritual. So we're doing this because we're going vegan.
No.
I know.
So it's a different personal level. So it's worth it for me, for sure.
Hey, Noah wants to sit down here for a minute. You can come on my side.
Go around the
Oh.
other.
My butt hurts.
No, I'm coming around this side.
My butt hurts.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Noah,
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
how are you?
Good.
How's school going?
Going good.
Good.
Don't you have company?
Yeah, I said I'll stop by for a little bit. He's laying on the floor playing with Abby.
Oh, I'm playing with our dog.
I asked about you the other day when you weren't with your parents when we went out to lunch.
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
Wonder why he didn't go.
Because Jane said because he'd be bored.
Oh, no
Actually-
way.
I always try to get him to go.
I always get the opportunity.
You were like, Dustin's going to be there? Nope. No.
He'll be at KPL again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
That's
that
like
right.
that's like 10 months away.
I know.
Same difference.
It's like hurry up. Like, yeah, I got my ticket, got my hotel. Oh, that's like trying to wait for your new TV show to come out. The next season on the cliffhanger.
Jennifer said, no, a dad fasted in that chair, but I think she meant farted.
Farted. That's right.
I don't blame
Oh,
her.
that's something she was saying. Like, how many people could we squeeze
It's
into
so
like
gross.
into a cruise
Oh,
cabin?
gross.
Think of how bad that would smell. Like 6-7 people in a cruise cabin. Just
I
like,
know.
6 vegans in a cruise cabin.
Oh no.
And They don't bring enough lettuce.
That would be bad.
So
It would
gross.
be.
So gross.
Who's gross?
Farting in general.
You're a middle school kid. You're supposed to find that funny.
This is new. I promise you. He's like, that is so gross, Dad.
It's so gross.
But yet he's doing it too.
I don't understand because my friend, he laughs every single time. It's so gross.
He's farting all the time too. But yet we're gross
No.
when we do it.
Because yours is loud.
Well, I want it that way.
Mine is silent but deadly.
That's what I was gonna say. The silent ones are worse.
Luckily though, the smell has been down. They've been decaffeinated pretty much.
I haven't had any caffeine.
Hey Noah, do a thumbs up. It
Hey,
should
make
be
the heart
working. It's
symbol.
not working.
Do this, Noah. What?
Make a heart. You just make it a hole.
You
You're
got to
just
do it
making a
where the
circle.
camera can see your hand.
There it
you go.
goes.
There it is.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm going to eat my hand.
All right, get on my seat.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Have
Bye,
fun with your
Noah.
friend Noah.
Huh? He said, have fun. Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Since we're on, just talking different kinds of things, do you think, is there anything as far as like, since you've been keto, have you ever been like, man, I wish I could have beans? Like,
Nope.
Who are
is
you
there
asking?
Never.
either of you? I didn't know if there's like any like comfort food, like, we're kind of hillbilly-ish where we both were raised on like beans and cornbread. I just didn't know if
Cornbread. Hell yeah. I mean,
Cornbread,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Beans, never.
But you
Beans
can
I was never
really
crazy
good
about.
keto cornbread. You know that too, Cindy.
What's that?
The keto cornbread is really good.
Yeah, Nisha's
Yeah.
cornbread is good.
Yeah.
You just got to put some cornbread flavoring in it to make it.
I think it's
Halfway
good how it
taste
is
like
though.
It is good. I mean, there's you can ketify anything
Oh yeah.
if you
For the
really
most
want
part.
to. But I think the thing that I miss the absolute most is potato chips.
really.
You can't. I've made chips out of the cottage cheese that was going around for a while, and they were okay.
Remember when I tried that?
But and they were okay. Brian liked them too. But it was like
My butt hurts.
those. I mean, there's nothing to me. The Lay's regular potato chips are the best,
Yeah.
and I could go through a big bag of those.
See,
Not
I
the
really,
big, but
I really like the Quest chips. I think them were great, and I really like them protein chips that's made from chicken.
Oh
those are pretty
yeah.
good too, yeah.
The
Costco has the buffalo ones right now.
chicken and waffle flavored ones.
I didn't like those.
I haven't had any of those.
I don't know if we can be friends, Dustin.
Yeah, that's just rude.
Yeah.
Who puts those out.
Wild.
It's called Wild. Yeah, WILDE.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and you know what? You can go to a Speedway or somewhere. You can probably go
7-Eleven.
to 7-Eleven, Buc-ee's, maybe Buc-ee's. Get you a small bag of. They only got two
Try 'em.
flavors. They got the buffalo, and then they got the chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
I think they're both amazing on there.
I like the Nashville hot ones are good.
I never had them.
Or they're
There's
buffalo.
Nashville hot. They have a salt and vinegar one because our Walmart carries them sometimes.
Are we talking about the
Um,
same ones?
The wild
chicken-
chicken chips.
Can't mistake the
And,
chicken.
and then there's flock ones that are
They
just
have
chicken.
that many
skin.
flavors?
Yeah,
had
they got
the
a lot of
Flock
flavors,
brand.
yeah.
I did not like those.
Uh-oh, Dustin.
Violent.
It's Emily doing. That was not my hands in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. It's Emily.
And then
It's
there's
on
also
your
the flock
face.
chips. There's flock, and there's another brand too that are just chicken skins. But the flock chips, there's two different versions. They have a coconut oil and they have a canola oil version. And the coconut oil ones are almost always sold out.
Really.
Debbie's thing is Reese cups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just regular, straight up, ordinary pizza. I know
Last
you
year-
can get keto pizza and stuff like that, but like real delivery pizza or whatever. There's a pizza place like in Alabama we always get.
I would
But just
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
But I love pizza toppings so much.
so well, I'm gonna say mine because I know it's not hers. My favorite pizza in Dayton is known for all their thin crust pizza, like cracker thin. So you can theoretically almost have some pizza because the crust is so, thin that you're
It
not.
it is pretty much pizza toppings.
Yeah, it's
that
pretty. Yeah,
thin.
pizza toppings basically.
It's the worst pizza ever.
No, it's not. It's keto pizza. That's what we're calling it. We're calling it. It's not the word. Are you crazy?
It is the worst.
Get out.
Now, I'll tell you, we went to Rockstar. We met Dustin and Chandra and Jennifer and Jackie, Jen and Brian were there. And on the way home, and I told Dustin, on the way home, Brian's blood sugar shot up to like 300. If
Wow.
he eats regular pizza, it shoots up to like 500.
Wow.
Well,
It's it was
I-
insane.
I can
So
tell you.
I don't
this.
know what happened with Rockstar though. That
We
was
have rapid
crazy.
fire pizza here, and it's just a no dough.
hmm
And they basically put Parmesan and like spinach on the bottom and then toppings.
So good.
I will literally be up like 5 pounds the next day. Just
Yeah, but we're also eating a lot. I mean, that's probably a lot. A lot of calories when we're putting
It's-
sausage and bacon and
okay.
pepperoni and
it's not 5. It's not 5 pounds though.
just saying.
I mean,
no.
Because
you're
1 pound is 3,500 calories.
Right?
So you're
Yes.
talking like 25 or 40, like 25 or 30,000 calories.
Yeah.
it's it's just obscene of how much
Yeah.
like water I will hold when I go and eat something that is supposed to be, keto friendly, and it's
Yeah.
obviously it's probably like the lowest quality ingredients that you can get too.
Yeah.
Right.
Jennifer said, what I miss most is Indiana sweet corn, Indiana homegrown tomatoes, and corn.
I mean, something like it's like
I-
corn on the
there's
cob.
milk.
I mean, like really, how much of that is your body actually going to digest, and how much
Yeah.
and I think like, how often are you going to eat that?
Exactly.
You know what mean?
I would
And
still
milk,
eat it.
there's that Fairlife milk is pretty good. It's like half the carbs of regular milk.
Yeah. I was never a milk person ever.
I don't think anybody in our household has ever been a milk people.
A milk.
Gallons and gallons of milk we would go through.
Really?
Oh, my son still is. I would imagine because he would go through
A lot.
at least a gallon every couple days,
Yeah.
and that was just.
I just never, I don't know. I never liked it.
But
I like
corn
ch-
on the cob, I could do. I thought,
Yeah.
I won't. But yeah.
You know what one of my pre-keto favorite meals was, and this is not what made me fat either. Grilled cheese and tomato soup, just basic.
Well, you can get Progresso has a keto friendly tomato soup.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Have you tried it?
Didn't know they had it.
Yeah, it's in the Walmart carries it. It's like $3 for like a single serving can.
Sometimes you just stop going into the middle aisles.
Well,
I mean,
now
it's
that
right
you're
there next
vegan,
to like
you
the
know,
broth
you could
and
hit
stuff. So
that
I
up.
see it.
Yeah, but even with you say that now that no way staying this. No way. And we're still doing, even though during this fast that we're doing, we're still looking at ingredients and doing whole foods. So
It's been the best
Yeah.
we possibly could. It just hasn't been trash,
yeah,
Right.
fun.
Even use the Jewish
That's
crackers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I got some crackers from Aldi yesterday. They're like a Parmesan and rosemary almond flour crackers. They're like
Uh-huh.
whatever, like 4 net carbs or whatever for 10 crackers. So it's not
Yeah.
terrible. They're not bad.
Hmm.
They're not crispy.
No,
Nicole,
that
you
would be
missed
good
a
in the
lot.
tomato soup, right?
You have
Do
to
what
watch
now?
the replay.
I tell you one thing that I found is my favorite that I will miss in a week from now.
What?
Triscuit has really upped their game on flavors.
Really?
So there was some marketing campaign going on Instagram, and it was Oreo all over. It was all over Instagram and Facebook. It was like, what's coming? What's coming? What's coming? Then all of a sudden it stopped, and they never told me what it was.
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, what is it?
Because Austin was just talking about this 2 days ago. He said, "Oh, they're coming out with the new Oreo, and I'm so excited." And I'm like, "What?" And
Did you forget
Let's
the
take me
flavor?
back to go look it up.
Did you really forget the flavor after you said?
but
You
they've
wanna
had
know
it
what
before.
is?
They'd had it before.
You know what I
I'm
They
like,
think?
made
they've
it think
heard
it was
that
going to be
before.
some whole new because it was going to be like a new invasion. They made it look like Oreo was going to take over the world.
You know what I think would be a good Oreo flavor? Neapolitan.
They've probably done that before.
I don't know.
Like even strawberry would be good. Like strawberry with yeah.
That was Brian's favorite cookie.
I used to
Oreos.
double stuff Oreos for Chandra. Like if I knew she was going to be in a bad mood. I have a bag of the savory flavors. I just haven't tried them yet.
At all, ever?
No, they sent me a big box of stuff, and I haven't tried everything that's in it.
I've made biscuits with like the chicken.
The drop biscuits.
Yes, those are good.
They are good.
They are.
Now the gravy was a little wonky. She
Yeah.
made gravy.
I've only made it once though. The keto like sausage
The
gravy.
sausage gravy with
Yeah.
keto chow. Yeah, I made that once. It was all right.
Is that the
Yeah.
almond flour?
Yeah, I think it did have almond flour in it.
I just don't like almond flour.
Yeah, I don't think I like almond flour very much either.
I really like coconut flour.
Mhm. Or pork panko in lieu of it would probably be better actually now.
Emily, make those drop biscuits with birthday cake in it.
Really?
Oh, instead of the chicken.
Am I gonna hate you for this?
No. I did that as a
I mean, am I
base
gonna
for
hate you in
strawberry
a good
shortcake.
way?
They're good. I did it and I used it as a base for strawberry shortcake. It was really
Oh,
good.
that's a good idea.
Yes, it was good.
That's a really good idea.
I'm full of them
You
sometimes.
can make that. I know, and I trust your judgment. Trust your judgment.
Sometimes. It's really, I liked them. I thought they were really good.
Did you find out what the flavor was?
He's not answering me.
Are you serious?
I'm afraid to call him.
Can't you just Google it?
Is it on there?
I don't
New
know.
flavor of Oreos. That was Brian's favorite cookie is Oreos.
Don't read it because I know it's not spelling right.
What are they?
Oh, there's 3 of them. Huh. Cake stirs, black and white, and a gluten-free golden Oreo. Is all it
Oh,
says.
okay. Still no keto. Rude. They'd probably be trash anyway, but still, I just wanted to try.
Gluten-free.
I feel like gluten-free is kind of a, you know,
They're just going to put
A
rice in it.
distant
instead.
cousin.
you know, you could get 2 hamburger patties and just fill it with mayo. It's keto Oreo.
Well, like I made a little short the other day from some mayo that I found at Costco, like chosen whatever it's called, and it was like actually legitimately like a clean
The Chosen
mayo.
Foods.
Chosen Foods, yeah.
avocado
And I made a
mayonnaise.
video. I was like, and it's affordable. And someone goes, $10 a jar is not affordable. And I was like, if you're looking at Primal Kitchen, they want $10 for an 8-ounce jar.
Yeah.
This is $10 for a 32-ounce jar. This is much more affordable than that.
I think
Yeah, but
I
it's gonna vary.
I don't think I don't think I like the chosen flavor as much as I did the Primal Kitchen though.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
the
the
flavor
Primal.
was better.
Yeah.
Red Velvet Oreo is back, Jennifer says.
What is that? Velvet?
I have no idea.
What?
I thought it was something completely different. I thought Austin said it was something completely different.
Cakesters, is that just like a devil's food Oreo?
Yeah, it's basically like a whoopie pie.
A whoopie pie.
Mhm.
Those are good too.
That sounds absolutely delicious right now.
Or like, so we're watching a weird episode of The Dating Game. When you make whoopee, you ever watch The
Brian's
Dating
probably
Game?
waiting for me to get out there and
So
cook
this
dinner.
fast includes no sweets either. So,
Well, like that's what I just said. It's still whole foods.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
That place will take your whole paycheck, though.
What?
oh, the store.
Whole food.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, it can.
You know, they do have good deals though. You can go in there and I mean, there's
I just go there to find new stuff to try, but usually don't find much of a deal anywhere.
yeah.
No.
Like their steaks would be like $19.99 for you know, like a New York
It's a-
strip steak. A
Oh,
pound.
you were gonna say for a dozen eggs.
No,
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean
there's-
right now they're like $9 again for 5
Yeah.
dozen.
Yeah. I have a coworker of mine gave me, they have ducks, and so he brought me duck eggs, and no, I ate them all before this fast, and so he brought me more, and they're in my refrigerator, and I still haven't been able to try one yet.
Well, we bought those 6-pack
Mhm.
at Jungle Gyms. They were
Did you
pretty
end up-
good.
Did you end up with the duck eggs?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were pretty good. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, it sounds they're good.
Debbie tried them too. They have a different texture in the whites.
Uh-huh.
They're
But
creamier.
they were good.
That's
The
what I've
yolks are
heard. That's what
creamier.
Noah said anyway, that they were sweeter or richer.
I like the Cadbury ones.
I wanted to try. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that Stacy, if she comes to the February 3rd, hopefully she'll bring some
Quail eggs.
of her quail eggs. Yeah, because I don't know. I want to try little tiny eggs.
Oh yeah, I'd like to try them too.
I'd have to eat about 10 of them to get.
I mean,
Right?
I eat 10 regular eggs already. I mean, I must be cracking eggs for like 3 hours.
Are they that
Yeah.
small?
Yeah,
they're
they're only
tiny.
like this big. Quail
I
eggs.
think of like little robin eggs or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, they're
pretty
like,
much.
you know, like the
They're
Easter
pretty small.
Yeah.
candies that you get, like the
The Cadbury.
well, not the Cadbury ones, but like the solid milk chocolate ones, like
Those
the
are also Cadbury.
are they? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So why
No,
would
he's
you-
talking about
Shell?
the malted milk.
No,
No.
the solid chocolate
The
ones
little
with the candy
Cadbury
shell.
chocolate eggs. Easter candy was
they-
my jam.
Yes.
That was the best candy.
Any candy was mine. That
But
was like
Easter time was the best.
licorice. I would go through spells where I liked licorice. Big time.
I like it.
I wonder why anyone would want to just raise quail with them tiny little eggs if you could, you know, if you're going to raise something, why not a duck?
Well, because you can raise a quail inside a garage versus
Yeah. A duck.
a duck needs a little more space.
This guy at work complains so much about these ducks. He hates them.
How can you be mad at a duck?
Oh, he hates them, but they're his wife's ducks, and
I mean,
He's
I
like,
know they're
"They're
messy.
stupid."
They just poop everywhere. I know they do, just like
Yeah.
chickens and everything else,
that's
you know.
yeah.
That's crazy.
He's like, then
But
we
we
gotta go
used-
pick up the eggs.
We had chickens for a little while in New Hampshire, and man, it was a job.
But the water was probably
Yeah.
froze all the time.
Yeah.
They were horrible. Having to try to clean up after them when the ground was frozen,
Yeah.
and their food and their poop attracts rats.
Oh,
These rats got in my son's work van and chewed up the wiring
oh no.
twice. And I was like, all right, we got hold of somebody who had a farm. I said, come and get them. You
No.
can have them. Come
Just
and get
take
them.
them.
Because that was, I mean, his work truck got, oh,
At least it's a comp loss each time, so it's not that big of a deal. But
Yeah.
but it was bad. So
how's your car, James?
All right. You know, I hit a raccoon.
Did you get it fixed yet, or is it still in process?
No, they're like 2 months out. It won't
Oh.
get fixed until March 12th.
Hmm.
It was
that poor raccoon.
that thing was it was literally a basketball with a head.
Jeez.
I made eye contact with him. He even seen me, like we're, you know, and all of a sudden he's like, I think I can make it. Boom.
I can't believe how much damage was done to his car over this raccoon.
800, and so far it was like $815. And basically he just went up and ripped all the plastic under the car out.
Oh, geez. Debbie had hit something on the way home one night and it destroyed her tire.
Mm.
Totally destroyed it. She sat
Yeah.
on the side of the road waiting for AAA to come, and it was and the guy that the AAA driver said it looked like an armadillo had just tore up the tire. It was
We
bad.
saw an armadillo in Tennessee last year at the Airbnb at the Low Car for Better Health. We had the front door open and like the storm door was closed, and an armadillo just walks up and just kind of sniffs around and keeps going. I'm like, I had never seen one in person before.
I've
I
never
never
seen
have
one
either.
either.
You
That
you
was
can't
weird.
touch them. They have leprosy.
Huh.
There goes the thumbs up. Emily moved her thumb.
It's like thumbs up for leprosy.
They
Yeah.
really have leprosy?
Yeah, they carry leprosy. Yeah.
What? Okay, so I think that leprosy is curable, unlike it was back in the Bible. I think
It
it's
probably is curable now, but
a
I
basic
still wouldn't want
antibiotic.
to chance it.
It's probably just like ringworm or something.
Did you ever
now.
see that movie Kingdom of Heaven with like Orlando Bloom and
I don't think so.
Ed Norton? It was like set in like the Templar times or whatever.
I
Like
haven't
the
seen it.
king had leprosy and he walked around on a white sheet all the time, like completely covered up, and he had like a silver mask on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Like I said, I'm sure that's something that just a regular antibiotic would cure now.
Probably.
I
That's
don't
like-
know for sure.
My dad, when he was young, he had scarlet fever. If you hear about it now, which is very rare, back then there was nothing they could do about it, and they knew it would
Yeah.
develop into heart disease. Now, obviously, they could do something about it.
My sister actually
That's
had that when I was younger.
Hmm.
Yeah. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, she had scarlet fever. I remember I was like traumatized. I remember they were like, yeah, she has scarlet fever. And I was like, you know what I mean? You just think death. It's like, really?
Yeah, it says it's a curable disease with antibiotic treatment.
What, leprosy or scarlet
Yeah.
fever?
Probably both.
Leprosy. Watch
Probably
out for
both.
magenta fever, though.
It's like
That's
there's
no
so
better.
much that they can do nowadays that they couldn't then.
Right.
But guys, we've been on here almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Yes. And it's been great. And appreciate everybody
We love you
showing
guys.
up in the chat.
Stephanie just
And
got here.
Thank you, Dustin and James and Emily, for joining me. I really,
We love you,
really had
Cindy.
fun. I love you too.
It's probably like 11 or 12 down there in Kentucky now.
Really?
So are you guys excited for the new flavors coming out? Because they're not a secret
We
that there's
don't
new
eat
flavors coming, but it's just I don't know what they are. But
we
I'm
don't eat
excited
Oreos,
about it.
Dustin.
No, keto chow flavors.
I knew what you were talking about.
There's not a secret.
Well, I don't know what they are, but I mean, Steve has put out videos on it. He says he's got them. He's going to be giving them away.
They're
So it's
not
not a
being
secret that
announced
there's new
until
flavors coming out.
February 7th.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know they're, but you know, I know they're coming.
Hmm.
Yes.
I'm excited because I liked the pecan sticky bun.
I'm sitting here thinking I need more electrolyte pills.
We truly don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're not just always, you know, just out of the loop as far as videos. It's like we just haven't been,
Yeah.
you know,
We just haven't been.
we just haven't been.
Well, you guys need to come back because everybody misses you.
I'd like to think that we never really left. We just, you know, last year was a year that we kept continuously saying that we needed to take a break and we never did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this time, rather than say we needed to take a break and
You just took a
not,
break.
we just took a break and didn't say anything.
That's right.
Yeah. And yeah. It's not because anything happened or it just,
It just turned into, you know, the holidays just kept going, and you know, during the holidays no one really watches a whole lot of YouTube anyway, and then
We
it just
just-
continued into this fast, and this is almost over, so
yeah. For sure. We still
Yep.
love everyone. There's nothing. Just meh.
Nah.
I feel that.
Just meh.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Yes, it's been very,
All right.
very fun chatting. And
Yeah.
the next time you invite me, I'll make sure that it's set up.
Well,
And I
you
don't have to
guys are
restart the computer.
you guys are coming on. Was it April 12th?
Yeah.
From when we rescheduled?
Yeah, you know, I worked 14 hours that night, and she was not going to be home, and I was like,
Right.
"This just can't work."
Well, that's why when she told me you had been up all night plowing, I'm like, let's
Yeah,
just reschedule.
He ended up
this.
not even getting off work until almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
So it was
And-
like, when am I supposed to even sleep? And I was like delirious. And then to find out that she wasn't going to be here with me, it's like, okay, you know, everyone
Someone
deserves
gotta
a
keep
better
her sane
show
with
than
that
this
stuff.
is going to be.
No. But anyway,
Someone's got to rein
I
him
really
in.
appreciate you all.
We
Poke him in the head again.
is,
Go
James.
ahead.
Put your head up. There you go.
You guys are crazy.
All right.
But
Well,
anyway, thank you so much.
We love you
And-
guys.
Everybody have a good night.
all right. See you later.